Hello. Episode 40, Section 300. It's your boy G Thomas 7, Garrett here, alongside my boy Alec Foster. What's good, bro?
I'm
Back
good.
another episode. Very excited for today. A lot of great stuff to cover. Just a reintroduction. Section 300 is where real fans talk real life. We'll talk about sports and music, the stories behind them, break down all the dialogue that goes on behind the scenes, all the stories that we see on the headlines every week. So we're back again with another episode. Very happy to be here. We might be joined by a friend of the show coming up very soon, so we're hoping to see him join us in a minute. But until then, we want to get going with what we do every week. So first off, Alec, how you been, bro?
Pretty good. My parents were in town this weekend, so got to hang out with them. Went to the UCLA game last night. So
nice.
Pretty good. Yeah.
My weekend was solid. I was just live football as always every weekend now. So watching all the games going on, watching all the football today and all the college football yesterday too. So
Sure.
We'll start as we've been doing. We'll start right there with the college football stuff. Us being the Arizona boys, you being at the game last night.
Right.
How was the Arizona UCLA game?
It was a dope environment. Fans came out for sure. UCLA is probably like the second biggest rivalry after ASU for U of A. So
right.
Good turnout, great energy, especially after UCLA is having that like historical comeback last
Right.
weekend. And game was close all the way through, came down to the wire, and thankfully their kicker choked it away at the end, missed the last to tie it. So
good. So
Arizona
got the dub.
Yep.
Yeah, I was very happy to see that.
Without Khalil Tate and their starting running back JJ Taylor too. So
that's what I was going to say. That I kind of talked about a couple weeks ago after UCLA got blown out by Oklahoma.
Right.
That when they played Arizona, that would be our determining factor of how good Arizona was. But that was assuming that we had our starting quarterback and running back.
Right.
So to have our backup step in and get the job done still gives me some hope that we have a good season going forward. So,
okay, and they have a good record too now.
Right.
3-1.
So I like what I saw from our boys out there in Tucson. Excuse me, I had to wipe something off the screen. Sure. But I like what I saw from our boys out in Tucson, and then from our other boys. You being a UCLA guy,
right.
Were you rooting at all for UCLA at the same time? Were you having any quiet cheers as they were doing things?
It was tough because both my parents have like connection to UCLA too, so I was like, y'all can't be doing any rooting for the Bruins tonight. We in Tucson, and we were sitting like right next to the UCLA fan section too. The band was going and everything, but nah. I was solely rooting for my Wildcats.
Nice,
good dub. It was a good dub too. Now I think they're top of the Pac-12 South now, so
I believe so.
Hopefully, he can carry that momentum into next week. Hopefully, Khalil will get back. I think it was a hamstring injury, so that's kind of tricky, but.
So definitely in good shape. Like what I saw, even with the injuries and things. Hopefully we can stay atop the the Pac-12. Excuse me, I'm in NFL mode. My fault.
Yeah.
But stay atop the Pac-12 South
and
continue that run throughout the season. So I like what I saw there. But going to my team, USC, that was something I didn't like. We had a rough game against
tough game.
I've already tried to tune it out.
We played UW,
Washington, and we fought hard. I mean, we played good, but Washington was just too much to handle, and they broke away at the end. So real good game, but Washington ended up getting the dub in the end. So it's weird. Like we talked about last week about us wanting us to just go rock bottom first and then bounce back. I was struggling on how I want to react to this game, but we figured things out, and even the loss, let's just keep working our way through and getting through this season. So
I will say the defense,
see how that goes.
The USC's defense looked good, despite the loss. Like they kept y'all in it throughout the game. The quarterback, the third stringer, didn't look as good in this game, so that was kind of a regression from last week, but. There were some positives I think you could take from it, even though it was a tough loss.
And we're going to change course real quick. We're going to go with our original plan, but we're joined by a friend of ours. This is really a guest podcast where we bring our friends on and we show love to our boys. And my boy Miye Oni joined us today.
Hey,
what's good, brother?
Yo, what's good?
How you been, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
We chilling. Definitely happy to have you on. So, what you been up to, bro? I know season's coming up soon.
Man, training camp starts this week. I'm in the middle of getting a cut right now.
I was going to say, it looks like you're in the cut.
But training camp starts this week. It's been cool. Love it out here, so I'm excited to get going.
Definitely looking forward to that. Miye got drafted in this last draft. It was definitely a big moment. We're very happy for him. Definitely rooting for him. We and Alec talk Lakers all the time on here, but we definitely rooting for you over there in Utah as well. So
yes,
you definitely got fans here. We appreciate you. Definitely
I
rooting for you.
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
In these first few months, have you had a welcome to the NBA moment where you've like been around somebody, you've been in the gym with certain players, and like, damn, I'm here now. Like it's go time.
Man, I don't know really. Honestly, just everything, kind of just like being around like certain people all the time, and it's just like being in the whole environment, like being in the facility every day and all that stuff. Just working out with like we had like Keon Dooling, like that's an older player. He was just pulled up to the facility because he works with the NBPA, and he's just like mentoring guys, and it's just like guys you grew up watching, just like being now in your life is like it's pretty weird, but it's awesome though. It's cool.
That's dope. That's real dope. So, look, definitely excited for all that. You said you got training camp coming up, and I saw that you guys have a preseason game. I think like next Saturday or something like that. Things get rolling soon. Season's coming up upon us, and definitely excited for y'all. Y'all got a real good squad over there. So definitely happy for that.
Appreciate it.
How's the city of Utah?
It's cool. Salt Lake City is cool. I like it a lot, honestly. It's smaller than LA for sure, but it's cool. Yeah.
Is there a different kind of culture out there though? Like, can you tell, like, you're obviously it's not LA, but like, has it been difficult at all to like adjust being out there?
Yeah, it's been all right. It's been all right. The team's been really helpful. The staff and everyone's been helpful. So that's been cool. It hasn't really been that tough because they've helped me out a lot.
Dope. Alec, you got any more serious questions? I want to get to some other things real quick.
You want to get to the bullshit?
Yep.
No, I mean, I guess I would just ask like how it feels to be drafted to a team that kind of has some pretty high expectations going into the season because they got some nice additions with Mike Conley and others over the summer. So, what's
that's honestly like it's a huge deal. Like, it's a huge difference because a lot of people get drafted and they're like, oh, the team's rebuilding and everything,
right.
And it's like young team you can get away with a lot, but like with my positions, like I'm on a really good team. It's hoping to win a championship, so it's like a lot of vets. So it's like you can't really like. There's no slack. Everything is like championship level, and to come from that in college and then just be at a championship level in the NBA is really cool. I like winning, of course. So being on a good team is important. Yeah.
Any guys kind of taking you under their wing yet, or?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, it's just like a collective. The older guys like Mike Conley, Jeff Green, Ed Davis, those guys are really good vets. So I'm surrounded by a lot of good vets. So I'm pretty happy and lucky.
Yeah, it's a dope situation for sure.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Excited about that. Definitely excited about that. And now we have the serious about the way. That's cool. Happy about all that. But something I need to talk to you about because we have our talks about this all the time, bro.
Yeah.
So your boy Kanye, he's been all over the place lately. I don't know what's going on with him. How you feeling about his whole situation he's got going right now?
Man, I don't know. I don't know what to think. He's got the church, but that's really promo for his album, and he's got this. I don't know, honestly.
It's a whole mess, man. It's a whole mess. Man, you go back and forth with that all the time. Just how you still a fan of his. I can't do it, honestly. We need to talk about that.
I wouldn't even call myself a fan. I just still I can still find myself to appreciate his music when he drops. That's the only thing. I know it's tough for a lot of people and you can't really listen to him, but it's like the last album to me was still a classic album to me.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was still
people know that word classic around. So
yes. Yeah, no, that's like the music it had on it. Yes.
That 7 track.
Ghost Town. I think Ghost Town was one of the best songs of all time. That's what I think. I'm serious.
Everybody calm down for a second. Everybody calm down.
I think it was one of the best songs of all time.
Wow. I hear you.
I think the lyrics were subpar, completely subpar for what he should be. But the music and the production, I think that was elite. And so honestly, the production and the feature by 070 Shake on Ghost Town was ridiculous. And PND did his thing the whole album. I just think that collectively it was a great album. But
I'm gonna have to go back, bro, because I swear we did not hear the same album.
I haven't listened to that album in months, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't give that no kind of chance. Yeah. But if you saying so, I'm gonna give you another chance, and we'll see. Supposedly it's Sunday night right now. Supposedly this Jesus is King album that Kanye's got is supposed to drop sometime tonight or sometime soon. Are you gonna go? Are you rushing to that when it drops, or what you think about this whole thing right now?
Nah, see, that's the thing. I'm not like that excited. Like, honestly, I'm not that excited. And it's like, honestly, like, I'll listen to it eventually, but I'm not like, it's not at the level. He's not at that level anymore where I'm like, oh no, I gotta hear this because it seems rushed. Everything seems, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like, okay, this is not supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird now. So I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I told myself I'm not rushing to this. Like, I'm holding on to his old stuff close. Definitely, like I said before, I got all his old vinyl stuff in the background. But besides that, this new stuff that's for all the hypebeast kids and all that other stuff. So I don't know what's going on with this new album. When it drops, I'll give it one spin like I do with everything. But after that, I'm leaving that alone. Kanye's on his own. So we shall see. They're saying tonight. They're saying this week. They said last week. But
I don't think tonight.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Kanye runs on his own schedule, so we just gotta wait and see.
Especially with DaBaby doing numbers this past weekend, like
Kanye's weird like that though. He'll be looking at who's doing this. Like, remember he's supposed to drop when Wayne dropped, and then he was like, nah, I'm not dropping.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna hold off a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see.
For sure. So lastly, just sticking on this music thing, though you said Kanye's Last was a classic, but at the same time, you also said that you kind of off the stuff after that. So with you going away from that, what now is in your rotation heavy? I mean, what artists are you heavy on right now?
Dang, if I go to my library, would I get out of this thing?
I don't think so.
People, you sure?
We can try it. Go ahead.
All right. I'm still in here.
Yep.
You still here? Yeah.
All right. Bet. Shoot.
He gonna say Lizzo.
You better not say Lizzo. You better not say Lizzo. I swear.
Yeah. Honestly, the Professor X song by Dave was tough.
Okay.
I've been listening to the Chef G a little bit.
Okay.
Chef G from New York. I listened to that DaBaby a little bit.
Okay.
I listened to DaBaby,
nice.
And then I listened to, of course, that Thug. I'm still listening to it. Thug's my guy.
I feel you.
Then, you know, Kalen, for real, or F1? Yeah, I've been listening to Kalen a lot.
Yeah, he's dope too.
I've been listening to Kalen. West Coast artists. And then who else? Yeah, I've been listening to a little bit of Greedo.
Always got him in rotation.
Pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Greedo. Then I didn't listen to Post stuff. Did you guys listen to Post album?
I'm not big on Post, bro. I'm not big on Post. I gotta be honest.
I'm not either. I listened to a couple of the songs that had like the star by it on Apple Music, like the one with DaBaby was alright, but
yeah. Then I listened to a lot of Bino Rideau recently.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
He's tough too. I fuck with him.
Yeah, I like his music a lot. I like his music. Then he had that collab. He had that collab EP also. So that was tough. Then I just been listening to a lot of West Coast music, really. Just like still go back and listen to the older SOBRBE, Mozzie.
Okay.
Ratchet. I get Ratchet. Listen to Mike Sherm a little bit. True. I have different playlists,
right,
and for different artists, really. So I have a YSL playlist, which is I just have Thug, Gunna, and Lil Keed on there. So I go to that when I'm in the car sometime. I have a playlist I call Thug and Love, which is just
oh god.
It's not like that. It's just a collection of songs that is for a certain mood, but it's like also has some like rap on there. It's
like a collection of songs. You know what he's talking about.
We got you.
No, I'm gonna just tell you the type of song I have. Georgia by Future and Young Thug.
Okay, I get you.
Freaking You with Wayne and Gunna. Borrowed Love. FaceTime by 21. Gonna Love Me by Tiana Taylor. Fresh Air by Future.
I get you.
I think what you're on.
Obituary by Shorty. You feel me? So it's so I have that. I saw a video on Twitter of Rich Homie and Thug in the studio with Birdman, and then I was like, dang, I gotta go back and listen to that Rich Gang stuff. Like that was, I like that wave.
Hey, I was telling Alec that's if I don't know about Ye, but that Rich Gang is a classic though. I'll say that's a classic. The Ye stuff, I don't know, but that Rich Gang tape, that definitely is one. So
yeah, so I've been listening to that. I've been listening to that like crazy, like crazy. And then
I wish we could have got more of them.
Yeah, and then I've been listening to Isaiah Rashad, waiting for him to drop again. Yeah, but honestly, then I have a playlist. I know this is gonna cause a lot of strife. I have a playlist called Classic Albums. Okay. And all the albums I think.
As long as Ye ain't in it, we good.
Oh, it's there. It's there.
Oh my God.
You know what else is there? DS2 is there. Hold on.
Okay.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Hendrix.
Thank you.
Arenas is too late.
Time out. I've been trying.
You don't think Hendrix is a classic?
I do. Alec, no. I don't know what's wrong with this man.
I don't understand.
Hendrix is a classic, bro. I'm with you. I'm glad you said that.
I don't even know what he's saying on half those songs.
Hendrix is one of the best albums.
Facts.
I'm with you, bro. Of the decade.
Of the decade?
Yes.
Of the decade.
Yes, Alec. Listen, bro. Listen. Future's body every track on that shit.
Bro, it's not many skips on that album. Like it's really, he really went crazy.
I
go through the album. I'm like, that's on the album too.
That's what I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Maybe I gotta go back. I don't know, but
yeah, you sleep.
I have.
All right,
man. I have KOD in here.
Okay.
I rock with KOD.
I do too.
Even though it was. I don't think. Honestly, I like Forest Hills Drive a lot.
Okay.
I like that cool, but I honestly like Cole's mixtapes more.
Wait,
Friday Night
real quick, how do you feel about For Your Eyes Only?
Oh, For Your Eyes Only?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I like it.
That album
I
is
like
hot
it,
trash.
But I cannot. I just don't go. I would like, bro. I can't like.
I'm the only one.
I listened to it and I was like, wow, that was a good album. Like when he was talking on the last track, the outro, like your daddy was like all that.
The story's cool. But the music was not
cool, and I was like, all right, bet. I watched the movie. I'm done. I know,
I'm the only one, bro. I like that album. Y'all bugging.
That was
it's not music. I wouldn't rank it above nothing, but it's good. Like it ain't trash.
That should tell you how you feel about it. If you wouldn't rank it above nothing.
But no, my thing is that Cole's worst is better than a lot of guys' best. Still,
that's fair.
True.
That's fair.
Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. It may be his worst, but it's still good compared to everything else we've been getting. So
it wasn't better than Blonde, so I can tell you that.
Oh my God, you niggas in Blonde. I can't do Blonde, bro.
Bro, wow. All right, man.
I can't do Blonde, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I can't do Blonde.
Yeah, Garrett be bugging, as you can see.
Blonde. Come on, bro. Hey, how much time do I have? Because can I come back in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
So I can really get into this music.
No, we're gonna be here.
Get your cut off.
Hey, I'm gonna be back in like 5-10 minutes.
All right, bro.
All right.
Appreciate
y'all.
Yeah.
All right, so we appreciate Miye for coming on for that first part, talking all that mess. Definitely excited to have him back in a few minutes when he rejoins us. He's out there getting that lineup right and all that. We understand. Go do your thing, man. So until then, you want to go back to what we were doing before, or you want to stick with the music real quick?
I don't even remember exactly where we were at. Did we get to NFL yet, or were we still college?
We were just finishing up USC talk. We were finishing up college football and all that stuff. So you want to stay there, or just be done with that and on to the next?
We can just go to the next. Yeah.
Okay, so since we talked music with Miye, I might as well just early on go straight to my five for you list. Talk about the music that dropped this week. Talk about the music that we didn't get yet with the Kanye and all that stuff, and we'll stay there until Miye comes back. So had a good week of music that we got this week. Definitely enjoyed that. For everybody that follows us on IG at Section.300. You see that I drop my 5 for you Friday list every week of new music. I think you should check out. And and definitely enjoyed the music that we got this week. So a lot of great projects, top to bottom. All of them came. I feel like all of them were solid from what I've heard. And yeah, let's get into it. So the first one, I'm a big fan of underground hip hop. I love. A while ago, I started really digging into hip hop and finding a lot of underground artists. And the group that I found out of Virginia is called Mutant Academy. It's a collective of guys. It consists of rappers such as Fly Anakin and Big Kahuna OG, and they came together for a project called Holy Water, which is a collab by them that I really enjoy. Just dropped on Friday, and I would honestly say that's my favorite project of this Friday. Okay. I've also got projects that are on my list, such as The Baby, who dropped his Kirk album. We got Young and May.
Can we stay there with Kirk?
We'll get back to it. I want to just talk about music.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. So we got The Baby's album, solid album. We got Young and May's album, solid album. We got Eric Bellinger, and we got Kevin Gates, and a few people. Really good projects. Right. But for rap and what I like in rap, bars and flow and all of that, and soulful flips and all that kind of shit like that, Music Academy does that for me every time, and they deliver yet again with this Holy Water project. So if you really like rap, if you like the underground type of rap, if you like real, like I guess the real rap, I guess you could say, if you like that type of shit, Music Academy is the group for you. And this Holy Water project by them that just dropped is definitely one that you're going to enjoy. I've been a fan of them for a few years now, and when this dropped, I rushed to cop the vinyl yet again. So definitely shout out to those VA boys and keep killing that shit. So definitely check out Holy Water by them. And then now, again, as you brought before, Kirk was an album by The Baby that dropped this Friday as well. Another solid project that, while I say solid, admittedly, it underwhelmed a little bit.
I was going to say, I wanted to hear how you felt about it.
I praised the intro last week about how I loved how he kept his same flow, but dove a little bit deeper with the lyrics. Listening to it and then the rest of the album through, like nothing as great as that was, and there were similar things throughout the album. Right. Nothing really grabbed me. Like nothing grabbed me like the Baby on Baby album did. There was no Suge on there. There was no clear hit records on this project like there was on the last one. So while I definitely enjoy it, there will be songs that will stay in my workout playlist or whatever. I wouldn't claim this to be his best album or anything like that. It was just another solid tape in his catalog. So yeah, that's my take on it for right now. What you think?
Yeah, I listened to it on Friday on my way home, and I kind of felt the same way you did. I was a little bit underwhelmed, and I was mad too because I was seeing the tweets beforehand about like how The Baby, like all his songs sound the same, like all his flow is the same, and I never really felt like that. Like I felt like while his flow is like pretty, I don't know, formulaic or however you want to call it,
right?
I felt like he brought it every time we heard a verse from him, no matter like whose track it was, whether it was his album or his features. But on this album, it started to feel like I was hearing the same song over again.
Yeah, there was some of that.
I was mad. I was like, I hope it's not just other opinions getting into my head, but it was starting to sound a little same songy. Yeah. But there was a couple tracks that I think might blow on it, like that song Vibes that he made a little video and put on social media about. Right. And then I was mad too because I was like, I felt like the hardest song was at the very end. Like I thought the outro song was his best on the album. So
yeah, he bought the intro and bought the outro, but the rest of it you kind of just breeze through. So if you're a fan of The Baby, you'll definitely get some good things to enjoy out of this project. But for us,
it's not bad.
It's not bad at all. But it's another album that you kind of just I don't know. A lot of the albums you kind of just hear one day and gone the next, and it seems like another one of those type of albums. So
especially with so much music that comes out, like
every week, exactly. So if you're a The Baby fan, check it out. But I don't know, it's not gonna be in my rotation too long. So we'll just wait for what's next. He's still one of the hottest in the game, and it's weird. It's weird the artists really, while the music definitely solidifies them. If they have a persona like him and maybe the Stallion, people like that, they can stay around even with the bad album. They can still be this popping artist, even if the music doesn't match.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Be around for a while.
I feel like he didn't really need to put out an album right now, to be honest. Like, just because he's on like almost everybody else's album with his features and everything, and like I think he would have stayed hot for a while without this album coming out too. So It may have been like a little bit of a rush to put it out right now.
I think it's a numbers game. I think it's a thing where you do the mixtape or album, whatever the project you want to call it. You do a bunch of features. You get yourself out there a whole lot, and then you drop the debut album, the official album.
Is this his debut?
That. This is considered his debut album.
Okay.
All the other things before that were mixtapes.
Okay.
And this is the album. And he did 100,000, whatever. He did numbers on it. So it's capitalizing on the momentum he built from all the projects and features and things. So I get it. Also, we have times where it's like with, for example, Young and May. Young and May dropped her hit single, and I feel like, what was that, 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, a couple years.
And wow, a couple years ago. And she said herself that she didn't think she was ready to drop an album right after that. Right. But even with that, like we were sitting there waiting, like, okay, you dropped this great hit. Now what's next? Where's the album at? So sometimes if you wait too long, you can miss your window. Yeah. So there's both sides. You just gotta play it right. So I think if the music was good, like some hits on there, we'll be having this conversation. We'll be like, okay, he did it right, timed it right, everything. Yeah. But since the music doesn't match, it's like you should have waited. So that's where it comes down to you actually being the artist and having the music to match it. But I think with his persona, regardless of how well we think the music is, he's going to be around for a little while. So definitely going to continue to check in what he does next. So that was one of them. Again, I brought up Young and May. Have you listened to Young and May's project?
I haven't. No.
I listened to some of it. Admittedly, it was like 20-something tracks, so I didn't get through all of it. I was going through everybody's project and things, so I didn't get a chance to hear her whole thing. But from what I heard, there were good things on there. There were some things that you kind of just breeze through, but she definitely is a dope MC. That definitely has talent there. I think if anything, this shows her potential. I think something else that she talked about was that she was still learning how to make a song. Like when she made that ooh track that was a hit years ago. Right. She was just kind of playing on the beat, and it worked out that way. So her still learning how to really become an artist and put songs together and things. We're starting to see that, and you see the potential of where it could go on this project. So I enjoyed it from that aspect, but as something that's can be in rotation as a go-to project, I wouldn't say that. But if you're a Young and May fan, like with the baby, if you enjoy Young and May, there's things on here you'll enjoy. So check that one out too. Another one I want to shout out. We talked about our friends that, with that being said, a lot, and they have a friend that is an artist that they've had on the show a couple of times. His name is Kanye Ward, and he dropped a little EP this week, a little 4 or 5 track EP, I believe, called Up to No Good. And I checked it out and I enjoyed it. He's got some nice, really good talent out here on the West Coast. And
what type of music?
He's rapping on there. It's rap. It's I don't know the best way to describe it, but. And my apologies for that. I definitely want to give him a proper shout out. I'm gonna give him a proper shout out on our page, Section.300 again. Check us out there, and I'll post him and all that. But definitely check out Kanye Ward, real good project. Another kid from out here, his name is District 21. I have a lot of friends that are posting. I went and checked him out. He's another rapper from here as well. Definitely check his stuff. Excuse me. But District 21, Kanye Ward, the baby, Young M.A., Eric Bellinger. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Who else? Oh, Kevin Gates and AZ. I don't know how to say his name. It's AZ Chike, I believe. He's out here from the West Coast. I don't want to joke on here while I say it. I feel like I read his name the first time. Immediately I said like Ashik or some shit like that. I'm like, I guarantee that's not how you say his name. So I'm gonna say AZ Chike. I'm gonna just roll with that, and we're gonna see. AZCHIKE. How you say that?
Did you type it? Is it in the notes? Oh, no, I don't see it.
I'm talking about listening. So AZCHIKE. How you say that?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the AZ is separate, which is why I say.
Yeah, probably AZ Chike or.
We're gonna roll with that because I was saying like as Chike or some shit. That didn't sound right in my head.
It could be. Like,
I feel disrespectful saying that shit, so I'm not.
It could be as.
I'm gonna go with AZ Chike, and if it's the other one, then y'all can correct me, and we'll go from there.
I'll go with
but for definitely check all of them out. Check again, Mune Academy, major love to them. Check them out. And for the Patrick of the week, it was the double disc from Outkast, Speaker Box and The Love Below, which dropped 16 years ago this week. So check all of that out. A lot of great stuff this week.
Want to put nothing was the same, huh?
Did that drop this week too?
Yeah. It was early on in the week though, like Monday or Tuesday.
I still could have put it. I just I don't know. Isn't
that your favorite Drake album?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe next week I'll put that on there instead. But yeah, when you have the Outkast album, it's hard to pass that one up. So I get you. I'll give Drake his credit though. Definitely the same. Definitely is one of the projects I do enjoy. So major love to that one. Just today though, today is the 29th, and there's a lot of great projects just in history that dropped today. Hard Knock Life by Jay-Z. Black Star dropped their album. Another Outkast album. Aquemini dropped today. So there's a few today. Curtis Blow from 30 fucking years ago dropped his album today. Mm-hmm. So today's a major day. And someone else that possibly is adding to it, we talked about before, is Kanye with this Jesus King album. So
I don't think it's happening tonight.
I don't think it's happening, but people are saying it is. He's had the documentary. He's had the documentary alongside the album.
A show in Detroit or whatever.
He went to Detroit and had a show and has been debuting it to people and things. So what do you think about we talked about kind of with Miye. What do you think about his tactics though,
Alec? Kind of like you, like I don't really know how to feel, and kind of like what Miye said, I don't really know how to feel now. Just like I don't know what's a ploy, what's like genuine. Mm-hmm. For me, I kind of just like want to like listen to the music and make my own opinion about the music. Like Kanye, the person, I'm not really feeling anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't like hate him or anything, but like I just think he's like a selfish person, like a capitalist person, kind of like Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. Too, like they're out for themselves, basically, like want to do well for themselves and their family. But I don't really think, just how he said, like George Bush doesn't care about black people. Like I don't really think he's like for us at this point now.
Yeah, he's in his own lane right now.
Right,
and right on cue, perfect timing, rejoining us. Is our boy Miye again.
Yeah, I'm back.
Back again.
I'm back.
We were talking about Kanye just now again. We're talking about all his antics, and we talked about we're getting into his transition back into kind of the black culture and trying to be this kind of Christian act all of a sudden again. What do you think about him saying he's no longer going to do like secular music and stuff like that?
Bro, it's not genuine. Like I was saying, it's not genuine. Like it's just really not. He's doing it because he's like, man, like I gotta find something to get back. He's thinking that gospel music can get him back, and people be like, oh man, I'm feeling Kanye again. Like that's what he needs and everything. It's like, like you guys were saying, like he's really like, if you follow him for a while, like I've been a fan, but you know that man is a selfish dude.
Right.
Like he's like really a selfish dude. Like you heard the Drake story, like what Drake said, like opinions aside and like whose side you were on and whatever, it doesn't matter. Like you see the Kanye shystiness throughout the story. Like he was not being like
that's right.
Him being like, oh, come through my out. You know what I'm saying?
When he had like invited him out to Wyoming and all that.
Yeah. So that's why it's crazy. He's still been able to, like, Life of Pablo to me was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me. Same here.
I think that was a really good album. Like he had a lot, but it had so much more potential.
Definitely.
Because he should have. I've had this like theory for a while that he should have just made that Cruel Winter, and let people that made the music be on those songs. But he was being selfish. If you look at when he went on SNL with Vic Mensa and he did Wolves. If you notice, bro, if you know the song, like the original song had Vic's chorus twice.
Okay.
And Vic's chorus was crazy at first. It was like, don't fool, like all that. And it's like, then Kanye cut it out and added another verse. It's like,
I know he did that with a few people.
Yeah.
He cut out Chance verses.
Yeah.
He ruined Tiana's album, I think.
Yep.
But that was still a good album.
It was definitely. But he took a lot of stuff out of there, supposedly. So
yeah.
Because he was obsessed with his, I'm producing 35 tracks, 7 songs in this many times. He didn't care about her. They were on SNL, bro. He literally took the mic from Vic. Like Vic was supposed to say the end of his chorus, I'm just bad for you. Kanye took the mic and said, I'm just bad. I'm like, bro. Then he didn't have him on the album at first.
Right.
After that, it's like.
He changed that album so many times after it came out.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, man, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole mess, man. It's a whole mess. We definitely gonna stay tuned with all that he's got going on. There's a documentary out there somewhere that's supposed to drop. He's got shows going all over the place. So we definitely on Kanye watch.
I'm just mad about that cruel. It should have been Cruel Winter, man. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. He should have let Vic eat. He should have let Chance eat and do waves. He should have let, bro. There's a FML with Travis and Weeknd.
Right.
So it's like that. Let me know Travis wrote part of that.
Right.
And it really sounds like a Travis song. It really sounds like it's Travis and Weeknd song.
Right.
Drake write 30 hours.
Yeah.
When if you hear him talking about, then we get there, all the Popeyes is finished, girl. He doesn't say girl. Drake's the one that always says girl after some stuff.
True.
Talk about the aria. Drake talk about hotels. Like, that's Drake's word. I heard it before it even came out. I was like, bro. I saw Drake get credit. I'm like, bro, that's Drake's verse.
Bring it up valid points.
Man, but like, yeah, bro, like it would have been a really good album if he just made that. Let that be Cruel Winter. Let everyone get their shine. Like he could have signed, bro. He could have signed Vic. He could have signed Chance. Let them come up a little bit, like Chicago rappers, whatever. Even though I used to be a huge fan of Vic.
Could have helped Chance with his last album.
But what?
So it could have helped Chance with his last album.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up though. It would have been real interesting to see had Kanye grabbed Vic and grabbed Chance before they got big and would have like mentored them for real. It would be interesting to see where they went because Vic went rock and all that stuff he's on now. Chance is loving his wife and wherever the fuck now. Like it's a whole mess. So I would have loved to see what Kanye would do with that, but he's on again selfish in his own world. So. You gotta take what you got for us right now, and we shall see. That's really all I got for Kanye. Alec, you got any more questions for him?
I don't think so.
No. All right. So another thing that we talked about Miye, we talked football a little bit. Are you still a Jets fan right now?
Yeah, man, I'm still a Jets fan.
Damn, bro. What's up with your boy? Your boy got mono mid-season? Come on.
The beginning of the season, bro.
In the club,
bro. But honestly, I always say like, all right, we just gotta end because low key, how you end the season just carries into the next season.
Right.
And I know your Ravens they're not doing well right now, but they started real well.
It's a bad week. Whatever.
Because Lamar, like that momentum they had, the playoff game against the Chargers was bad. Lamar was bad, but it's like they still had some momentum going into it. That gave him motivation in the offseason, prove people wrong, all that.
Right.
And it carried in. So I just want, like, when Darnold gets back from mono, get Robbie Anderson going, the pass game going, the defense going, because we have Avery Williamson coming back from ACL next year.
Okay.
And then CJ Mosley just got hurt, Quentin Williams just got hurt. So it's like if we get the defense like really ramping up by the end, and then like with all the people coming back next year, I'm like hoping.
I feel you.
I'm like hoping, bro, because why? If the Bills can maybe sneak into the playoffs this year, why can't we? We can be the same. Like Josh Allen is not good. You saw it today.
Yeah,
he's not good.
That Patriots defense is elite, though. They're really nice this year.
Yeah, they are. But it's like you can win with an average quarterback.
Right.
You can win. You can win with an average quarterback.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning was below average when the Broncos won the last one.
I was about to say.
When they won the last one. They won the last one.
Okay, yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, he couldn't throw downfield.
You scared me for a second. I was like,
I was nervous,
I'm not talking too crazy today. No, I'm not talking that crazy. If you want to hear some crazy takes, let me know.
Oh, by all means. By all means.
Let me know. Yeah,
absolutely. That reminds me, I gotta get Madden so I can hop on there and beat y'all because I see a lot of people talking real strong, real smoke about Madden.
Yeah, that's the one game you're good at.
That game.
That's the one game you're good at. Okay.
I'm nice with
that. Madden, I rock with Madden. The real thing about Madden is that they get a lot of shit on Twitter, like with the videos you see. What's this glitch?
Right.
But that's really never happened to me personally. Like it'll be some little stuff, but it's like they really improve their game every year. They actually try. They try at least. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes I see no effort from 2K. Sometimes.
That's facts.
Oh yeah.
Like in the actual gameplay, they add some features and everything, but like sometimes I just like I don't know. But
Fair.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of, you win the latest one. What you think of the latest 2K?
True. Yo, how
Nah.
does that feel?
Nah, it's cool. I'm a 69 overall, so I got to get that up.
Hey.
Get the rating up. I feel you. Work your way up. It's all good.
Yeah, but the My Player, honestly, they improved it. So that's why I was saying, like, they improved the features. So, like, the My Player is crazy now. Like, they have different builds, different all this. But, like, the actual game is, like, still the same game.
Okay.
But it is what it is. I'm sure there's stuff, like, I'm missing that's different. But it's cool. I've been having fun with it. I've been playing that heavy.
So
playing 2K heavy. Yeah.
Alec be trying to clown me about 2K, but me and you, we gotta play soon. I'll be on there sometime. So
All
I
right,
got you for sure. So
all right.
That's what all I got for today. We definitely got to bring you back, get some more of your hot takes and all that. Definitely appreciate you for coming on. Definitely had a good conversation about that. We're going to stay tuned as you get into the season. The season starts this Saturday and then on through the rest of the year. So definitely stay tuned with the Jazz. Definitely going to stay tuned with all you got going on, bro. So appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you all your hot takes. Definitely have you back. And yeah, bro, appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all for having me, bro. If y'all need more hot takes, I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Just let me know. All right, y'all. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
Yo, he scared me. He scared me.
Man, hey, listen. I like hot takes too. I ain't gonna front. But Peyton Manning, let's be careful now. I was like, oh no. Don't say it. Don't say it. Oh man.
Oh wow.
But he kept it clean. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about Ye being a classic album, but
I don't know about that one, but I definitely appreciate him coming on and all he had to say. Appreciate my boy Miye. Definitely got major love for him and excited for what he's got going on this season. So now getting back to the regular episodes, and he's now stepped away. Something that we skipped over. We talked about 5 for You Friday. Everybody took that one out again. As I said, we talked about college football, but we skipped the NFL. So we talked about a little bit with Miye and his team. He's a big Jets fan. And now let's get back to with our own teams. And I'm a big Ravens fan. I'm on the L today. I got nothing to say. We just got bombarded. I don't know what it was today. Like it's not. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wasn't talking shit and all that. But the Browns stepped up and they got the job done. So it is what it is today. You just gotta tip your hat and
Nick Chubb is running all over them. God damn.
That's the other side. That's the other side too. As much as I want to be mad, I have Nick Chubb on my fantasy team, and as I check the score right now, my team appears to be holding on for the lead. I'm going to win this week. I'm going up now 3-1 in the season. Very happy. I appreciate Nick Chubb. I hate that to be against my own team, but my fantasy team won because of it. So, hey, it is what it is. So, good week for me. Alec, you want to talk about your squad?
Right now, my kicker, the Saints kicker, tried to keep me in it. He got me 14 in this last game right now. So, I'm up about 10 points. And my opponent has Tyler Boyd left, so he's projected like 16 points. So it's gonna be close. Either he'll ball out and way surpass it, or it might come down to the wire. So
right. So definitely stay tuned with all of our fantasy things online. We talk about our fantasy things every week. You guys vote on our squads and vote on who's going to win. And people put a lot of faith into me this week, which I appreciate. And my team
I voted for Matt.
Yeah, I know you did because you were hating ass nigga, but that's besides the point. Everybody else put faith in me, and we got the job done. So I appreciate the love, and I hope my team keeps on rolling because I got a good squad now. Made some trades, acquired Leonard Fournette with a big game today. Got some nice piece on the bench as well, and yeah, I'm very excited for the rest of the season. So
we're gonna have to bring Matt on and talk about
very soon.
His team.
Very soon.
He's
very soon.
He's heading for that 0 for 4.
And that's fantasy-wise. Matt, who's been on the show a few times, is a big Boston fan. All things Boston, talks about the Patriots and things. And the Patriots had a close game today against the Bills. The Bills surprisingly have had a really good season. They're 3-0 heading into this, or 3-1.
They were 3-0
like that. 3-0. Yeah, and then lost, and now 3-1. So. Good game by the Bills. Gave the Patriots a run for their money, but Patriots defense stepped up and held it down for them. So congrats to not congrats for the Patriots, but I just hope we're chipping away at them. They started out for the blowout, then they let Then they had the Dolphins game, which was whatever.
It's like the first week they've been tested.
This is their first test, so I hope more tests come their way. I hope they start losing games, and I hope they don't just breeze to the championship like they did before. So, definitely excited for that. And then across the league, we got some other good games too. We just wrapped up. The Saints held on and beat the Cowboys 12-10. I'm not on Twitter right now, but I'm sure there's a lot of trash talk. There's always a lot of heat between those two teams. They have definitely one of the two of the most active online presences between fan bases. They talk a lot of shit. At least the Cowboys did, and the Saints picked it up a whole lot.
America's team.
The Saints, you're right. And the Saints got real active online, post all these penalty flags and all this stuff. So, seeing all the banter between both of them has been real fun to see. Seeing First Take and Stephen A. go down there and be in the presence of all of them has been fun to watch, definitely. So this game definitely is tense, and with a close game like it was, 12-10 Saints, I'm sure there's a lot of talk going on right now. So I'm looking forward to see all that after this. But that was a big one. And then a game that surprised me. Did you see this Rams game at all, bro?
I didn't. I saw the highlights of it.
That game was crazy. I did not see that coming at all.
Tampa Bay was putting up points.
Right. And the same way that the Browns really shocked me today and my Ravens, the Buccaneers stepped up and surprised the Rams today in a shootout that nobody really saw coming. It was like 54-40 or something like that. The final score was 55-40, excuse me. And the game was really sealed by former Raymond Dominican Sue, who got a fumble recovery for a touchdown with a few minutes left in the game. So it was crazy. I didn't think Jameis had it in him anymore. I thought he kind of was washed and was falling apart. But he definitely showed he had a great game today. Buccaneers look really good, front offense, defense across the board. And the Rams supposed to be this top legit team. And Jared Goff was missing a whole lot today.
Yeah,
so
he hasn't been looking great so far this season.
No, he has not. So he just got paid this offseason, didn't he? Or was
he got the highest paid quarterback, I think, now.
Right. So after that contract, you can't have games like this against the Buccaneers. Regardless of how good they might be, when you're the Rams, you were just in the Super Bowl last year. You just got paid Jared Goff. You got to make the throws today. There's a few throws that are overthrown. There are a few throws that were in the dirt. There are a few throws that he just missed. If you're the $100 million guy, you got to make those throws. So I hope they get back on track.
I know Gurley got back to it. He got a couple touchdowns, so that was good to see. He's been kind of quiet so far this season. So definitely.
So so good things there, bad things there. Rams still got some things to work out, but definitely some good football just across the board this weekend. A lot of surprises, and which resulted into really good games that I enjoyed watching all day. So were there any other games that you want to point out real quick?
Not necessarily any other games, just the big news of this week as well in the NFL was Melvin Gordon ending his holdout with the Chargers. So he's back with the team. He was practicing with the team. He didn't play today, but he should probably play this next.
Didn't really need him with the Dolphins.
Exactly. Right. Didn't really need him, and he's only had like 2 days of practice, so he wasn't like game ready yet. So, but it was interesting.
I talked shit to my boy Frankie with that being said last week about his Chargers and how they've been trash so far, and they beat the Dolphins today, which is cool. And I told them to bring back Melvin Gordon before things get real bad, and they've done just that. He's came back, and they're figuring things out. So we'll see how that all plays out. It also, the timing of it is an interesting dynamic as well because Eckler, who's their running back right now, has looked really good for them. If you have him on fantasy, he's been a top 5 running back throughout the season so far, averaging 20 fantasy points a game and things like that. He's putting up hella numbers, can catch out the backfield, he's shifty, and can make plays out the backfield. So now bringing back Melvin Gordon, it's going to be interesting to see how they use both of them now going forward. So I'm still not scared of y'all. Frankie, y'all still got work to do, but you definitely do have a nice backfield now. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for y'all. So definitely check out the Chargers, check out everything going on with the NFL. A lot of good shit right now. We're passing the first quarter of the season now. First 4 games down, and we're on to the next. So definitely love what I'm seeing so far and enjoying. I'm definitely gonna be hyped for the rest of the year. So definitely stay tuned with all NFL things. So
sure.
Yeah. Definitely enjoyed that. Now, Proven Sports, we talked with Miye. Miye's he's got his preseason with the Utah Jazz coming up soon,
Right.
and all the NBA is about to get underway in a minute. That it's weird because I talked about with the NFL how that offseason felt like forever.
Mhm.
This NBA offseason felt like it was like 2 seconds. Like I feel like we
Really?
were just watching the finals like 2 days ago.
Well,
Like
I feel you.
maybe it's because of the storylines we get every day with the NBA, but
Right.
just
It's constantly
how nonstop it
constantly.
is.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there wasn't an offseason this year. Like there was so much. You saw them playing basketball all the time, so it wasn't like you missed anybody. Like you saw Ben Simmons and guys working out in the gym all the time.
Right.
So you always got that. So
And they had
excited for
FIBA
the season. Right.
Yeah.
So looking forward to this season. Looking forward to all to come. They've had a few teams have their introductory press conferences.
Yeah, media day.
The first of which we'll talk about our boys, the Lakers. They introduced LeBron and AD and everybody in the jerseys and things, having their first practices, training camps getting underway, and reportedly they had in their first kind of run, like yesterday, they had a starting lineup that consisted of Rondo, what's the old boy's name?
Like
Avery Bradley, LeBron, AD, and Dwight Howard. And what do you think of that as a starting lineup for our squad?
I don't think it's bad. I think there's honestly a lot of lineups you can make with this team because there's so many veterans guys who've won championships, guys with experience, guys who have been former All-Stars too. So I think you could make a lot of different lineups. It'll be interesting to see how Vogel and the rest of the coaching staff decides how to like divvy up minutes with this team because there's a lot of guys who can play. Mm-hmm. And maybe it'll come down to, because I know Vogel's a big defensive guy and these first couple of practices have been heavy on the defensive end. So maybe it'll come down to that kind of thing, defensive effort, minus LeBron, because LeBron gets a pass.
Regular season, he don't play defense and all that bullshit, whatever, right?
Yeah, but LeBron and AD obviously are locks. But the other guys, I think it'll be pretty flexible because, like, I think Quinn Cook could run the point. I think we love Caruso. He's kind of a joke.
No. I like Caruso, and you didn't
we all Laker.
No. You know what you love early on. Me and who was that? Was that Matt or that? No, that was the other boy that we brought on that one time. Ryan. You brought Ryan on and talked about that, and we were showing a lot of love to Alec.
All I was saying was that Rondo's going to start. That doesn't mean I don't love Caruso.
Okay, I glad you clarified that. Then sure, go ahead. Then thank you for clarifying for Caruso high. Go ahead.
I think Rondo. I think it's kind of politics why Rondo is going to start.
Yeah.
I think LeBron loves Rondo too. So, and his basketball mind and all that. So Rondo probably will get the start. I hope Caruso and Cook get more of those minutes, but
I get that. And I understand the politics of it, but when it's basketball mind versus production, I think by the end of the year, we're going to see, we're probably going to see Avery Bradley in that starting lineup. We might see Caruso in that starting lineup. Mm-hmm. We might see that switch, as they mentioned before, where LeBron switching to point guard.
Yeah, that's the most likely thing you'll see.
But I don't think that Rondo's going to start all year long. He's not going to be in there for a long time. So opening day, sure, but long for a majority of the season, I don't think so. So we'll see how they play around the rosters and figure that out. So definitely excited for the season. Definitely excited for the Lakers. Definitely excited for the Jazz, as we brought it up. And then another team that I'm still fans of are the Nets with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving over in Brooklyn now. So they got introduced this a couple of days ago, and they've been talking a whole lot and having a lot of things. And,
as they do.
And as those two do, definitely. And what are your expectations for the Nets this upcoming season?
I think I had them as the 6th seed, mainly because KD is going to be out. And I think there was a report that he'll probably be out this whole season.
People were trying to say they're optimistic that he might, but he said no, he's going to sit the whole season and just get right.
And I think it'd be best for him to sit. I don't want him to come back and re-injure himself. He's a great player. There's
no need to rush it.
Exactly. And they'll still have a good team without him. They won't be great, but they'll still be good. I just think Kyrie struggles a little bit as the alpha, as the number one on the team. They have some players like Karis LeVert. They added DeAndre Jordan, Spencer Dinwiddie. They have a couple other guys who definitely can score the ball. I think they might struggle a little bit defensively. So I think I had them as a 6th seed for this year. Mm-hmm. Definitely a playoff team, but not a very high seed for me.
Can I combat that Kyrie point?
Yeah.
I think that you said he's not an alpha, right? Those
Right.
you said.
Right.
I think that Kyrie he struggles being an alpha in a room of other alphas. On the Celtics, there were guys that wanted to be alphas. Terry Rozier even though he might not have the same talent, he wanted to be an alpha. Jason Tatum wanted to be an alpha. There are a few guys on that squad who wanted to be the alpha on that squad, especially with him being out and they had the success that they did without him. They all feel like they could be the alpha in their own way. On the Nets, though, I feel like all that whole squad minus KD, or even with KD, honestly, if Kyrie says I'm the alpha on that squad, they'll say, okay, take us there then, Kyrie. We'll follow you. So I think with him in a better spot for him to be the leader on the team, I think that they could do just fine. I think they're going to be higher than a 6th seed. I see them being higher than the Celtics this year. I have the Celtics at the 6th seed. I've been playing around about that.
I think we have those two flips. Like you have them.
Right. So I have them at 4 or 5, wherever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So I definitely can see that happening. And I think that Kyrie, with or without KD, can still have a really good season. The Nets can have a really good season this year. So I like this Nets team a lot. I was a fan of them with D'Lo, and now I'm a fan with them with this new roster. Excuse me. So definitely excited for what's to come with all of them. Yeah, definitely going to be watching them closely this year.
Yeah.
And we bring up that roster and bring up some of the guys on that team. I don't know if you saw this article, but Spencer Dinwiddie is somebody who's very active on the business side of the NBA. And he just got a big contract last year, and something he's trying to do is to tokenize the contract. Now, I wasn't able to read deep enough into it before the show to really
say tokenize.
Yeah, tokenize his contract, and that was my exact same reaction.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have the full details on it yet. I definitely want to deep dive into it, but him trying to push the business side of the NBA forward as we see all this movement is definitely something I have an eye on because I have something that I want someone else to learn about that more. So him doing that, he's trying to. I don't know exactly what tokenizing the contracts means. I'm going to read more into it, but I saw that the NBA denied his request to do so. So I guess that he's trying to make big moves, and the NBA is not caught up.
You want to get paid in Chuck E. Cheese tokens or something? I was like, wait, what are you talking about, bro?
Listen, I hope not. I hope that's not what tokenized means. I hope he's actually trying to do some real business shit. From what I've read, I believe that's what he is trying to do.
Okay.
Trying to get more. I don't know exactly how to describe it. I gotta read more. Okay. But I saw that headline across my timeline, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how that works out." So we're gonna deep dive back into that at some point soon. And yeah, definitely gonna see how that plays out. But guys making moves on and off the court, and I'm excited. This NBA season definitely hyped for basketball. It came up kind of quick on us. Like I said, this offseason was quick. So definitely looking forward to that. Looking for fantasy basketball. We'll talk about fantasy football too. So a lot of good stuff on the way. Definitely excited for it all. Also with that, this is the time of the year because sports, everything's getting in their way right now. And alongside the basketball and football that we talk about, baseball is something that we can no longer ignore. Excuse me.
I ain't been ignoring it. That's you. That's all you ignoring baseball.
I haven't been ignoring it either. I've been paying somewhat of a close attention to it. It's just I don't really know how to talk about it like that. This is like my first year really watching it in full. So just watching it as a first year trying to learn shit first. I didn't want to talk a whole lot. So if there's anything you want to share right now, put some real knowledge into it besides me. Feel free to do so.
I think it should be very interesting playoffs. We got the wild card starts off on this coming Tuesday, I believe. And actually, let me pull that up real quick. I believe it's the Washington Nationals and the Milwaukee Brewers in the NL, and then the Oakland A's and who are they playing? Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays. They're the wild cards in the AL. So those should both be really good games. Could go either way. And then obviously we got the Dodgers who clinched their playoff position like a couple weeks back, and they've really just been playing for positioning. But they had their best season in franchise history, won 106 games. And this is like their 7th time winning the division in a row. So something's got to give. Like they've been to the World Series 2 straight years now.
Right.
This can hopefully be the 3rd one, and they gotta get it. Hopefully, 3rd time's the charm, man.
I really hope so.
There's some really tough AL teams. The Astros over there, the Yankees over there. But the Dodgers, they got to get over the hump this time.
Definitely.
They're loaded.
They're loaded. No excuses this time. Y'all got the setup. Just got to go get it done. So definitely going to stay tuned for that. I'm just getting into baseball heavy this year. I've watched the playoffs every year just as a casual fan, and just where I work and stuff. I have a lot of Dodger fans around me. Right. And the heartbreak I've seen the last 2 years, bro, has been unreal. Like people really pour their hearts out with these Dodgers. So I hope they get the job done this year. I hope that we can get over the hump and finally get the championship. So definitely gonna stay tuned for all of that. I want to put out a public call again. Our boy Vic Mungry, we brought him on a while ago. Our baseball analyst, as we call him. We appreciate you for our last talk we had. Trying to come on back and give us some more insight on the game. So hope to see you on here soon. And stay tuned with all the MLB playoffs going on.
October is the best time to watch baseball.
October is the best time for baseball. October is the best time for everything. All the sports are back, and it's definitely stuff we're going to be deep diving at as we go along. So with that, I have nothing else. We talked about Happy Friday early on in the podcast, so that's out the way, and I have nothing to talk about. That was a real good episode that we just had.
I thought we were gonna put Jaylen Brown on blast, but I guess
I don't feel like doing that right now. What I want to do, I gave a call out for Matt. I put a call out for Vic. I'm pulling a call out for Matt as well, our Boston analyst. I want him to come back on so I can address him face to face and talk, say what I feel without him hiding. I want to really let him have a chance to respond to that as well. So I like that. Jaylen Brown, Matt, Celtics, Patriots. Y'all getting the smoke soon. It's just not right now.
We invite Jaylen Brown to the show as well.
If he's listening, come on, defend yourself, bro. Listen. We definitely have some things to say. I'll leave it at that. So appreciate everybody for tuning in again. Find us online everywhere. It's your boys. First, it's me, your host Garrett Thomas. I'm online section at Garrett Thomas, G Thomas 7. Find me with Alec. Tell me where to find you at, bro. I don't see where to point, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the Lakers fan 24 handle to find me on Twitter there, and then find me on Instagram at Alec Foster.
Find us there. Find our personal pages there. Find us online at IG, our podcast page at Section.300. Find us on Twitter at Section.300 pod. If all our fans here on YouTube, we appreciate all the views, all the shares, all the comments, everything. Subscribe to our page, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate everything, all the love, all the community we're trying to build here. Definitely love the support we've gotten so far, and we're going to keep on building. So thanks again to everybody that's tuning in. Thanks again to Miye for coming on. Definitely got to bring that back. And great episode today. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in. So episode 40 episodes, man. We made it to 40. It's not kind of a random number,
50
but
around the corner.
I appreciate every episode that we've done. Definitely a lot of good stuff in here. So appreciate everybody that's been here along the way. Great episode today. Great episodes coming on the way. Drop a comment below with what you enjoyed with the episode, and we appreciate y'all. Episode 40, Section.300. Shout out. Joe Fresh Goods. That's where I got my beanie from. Doughboy Magic and shit, all that. I always rip them. I love them a lot. So shout out Joe Fresh and all them. And episode 40, we up out of here. Peace.
All right, deuces.